there, and welcome. We live in a world that is constantly screaming for our attention, for our time, and definitely for our money. But there's this growing movement that offers a pretty powerful way out: minimalism. Today, we're going to dive into how living with less can, believe it or not, lead to a life with so much more. Let's get right into it. All right, so let me ask you something. Do you ever just look around your room or at your computer desktop or even just inside your own head and feel, well, cluttered? You know that feeling, right? That sense of being weighed down by all your possessions, by a to-do list that never ends, and that constant buzz of digital noise. Yeah, you are definitely not alone in that feeling.
The thing is, we're basically programmed by a culture of more. Advertisers, social media, they all tell us that the next purchase is the one that's finally going to bring us happiness, that a bigger house or a newer phone is the key to a better life. But as we're about to find out, this constant push to accumulate, it comes with a pretty big hidden price tag. So first up, let's really dig into this problem. What is the true burden of all our stuff and this endless cycle of buying more? You see, this isn't just about the physical clutter we can see. There's this invisible weight that comes with owning too much. It's more to clean, more to organize, more to worry about. And all that leads directly to more stress and anxiety. It just chips away at our mental clarity. And think about decision fatigue. How much brain power do we burn every single day just trying to pick an outfit from a closet that's overflowing with clothes? It all adds up.
This quote from Randy Alcorn just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? It perfectly captures that feeling that our things, which are supposed to be making our lives easier, often end up owning us instead.
So, if more is the problem, is less automatically the answer? Well, to figure that out, we first need to bust some pretty common myths about what minimalism actually is. Okay, so a lot of people hear the word minimalism and they immediately picture this cold, empty apartment with stark white walls and maybe a single wooden chair. But that's a total myth. The reality is so much warmer and richer. It's not about depriving yourself of things, it's about being intentional with them. It's not about having nothing, it's about making space, physically and mentally, for the people, the experiences, and the things you truly, deeply value.
I absolutely love this definition because it flips the whole idea on its head. See, minimalism isn't really an act of removal. It's an act of promotion. You are actively choosing to elevate what's most important in your life by simply clearing away all the other stuff that's a distraction. And this right here, this really nails that fundamental shift in your thinking. It's about moving from just passively collecting stuff to actively, consciously curating your life. It's about asking why before you buy it and asking why you're holding on to it. Okay, so we know what it isn't, and we have a pretty good idea of what it is. But why bother? What are the real tangible benefits of actually living this way? Let's get into the good stuff. And wow, the benefits are surprisingly broad. Just look at this. The biggest slice of the pie, 40%, is mental well-being. That is huge. And right behind that is financial and time freedom. This tells us right away that minimalism isn't just about having a tidy house. It's about a fundamental upgrade to your entire life. Let's break down that mental well-being part a little. It's really simple. A decluttered space helps create a decluttered mind. When you're not constantly being pulled in a million directions by visual noise, your brain suddenly has more room to breathe, to focus, to be creative. And maybe most importantly, you get to step off that endless, exhausting treadmill of comparing what you have to what everyone else has, which is honestly a massive source of unhappiness today. And this is where it gets super practical. When you stop buying stuff you don't actually need, you obviously save money, but you also get back your most precious resource, your time. All that time you were spending shopping, organizing, cleaning, and maintaining stuff can now be poured into your hobbies, your relationships, your passions. You start choosing experiences over things every time. So this all probably sounds great, but it can also feel a little intimidating. Like, how do you even begin? Don't worry, let's break it down into a really simple, actionable plan.
This is the question that stops so many people before they even start. But the great news is, you do not have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Seriously, the whole key is just to start small.
Here are 4 simple but incredibly powerful steps. First, and this is crucial, define your why. What do you want more of? Less stress, more time, financial freedom. Your why is your anchor. Second, please don't try to declutter your entire house in one weekend. Just start with one drawer. The 90-90 rule is an amazing tool for this. If you haven't used it in the last 90 days and you don't have a concrete plan to use it in the next 90, it's probably time to let it go. Third, to stop the clutter from coming back, try a 1 in, 1 out rule. And finally, practice mindful consumption. That 24-hour waiting period before you buy something, it's an absolute game changer for killing that impulse buy habit.
And please remember this. This is a journey, and it's a personal one. It's going to look different for everybody. There's no finish line, there's no judging panel. It's just about making slow, steady progress toward a life with more intention. And that brings us to what I think is the most important takeaway of all. This whole thing isn't about some rigid set of rules you have to follow perfectly. I mean, how incredible is it that Socrates was talking about this thousands of years ago? It's a timeless truth. Real happiness isn't found out there, chasing more. It's an internal skill. It's building the capacity to find real joy and contentment in what you already have. And this brings it all home. Minimalism itself isn't the goal. A fulfilling, intentional life, that's the goal. Minimalism is just one of the most effective tools we have to help us get there. It's the shovel you use to clear away all the junk so you can finally build the life you actually want. So I'll leave you with this final thought to ponder. If you really cleared away the excess, the distractions, all the things that are weighing you down, what would you fill that new space with? More time with people you love? A new hobby? Financial peace of mind? The possibilities, they are truly endless. Thanks so much for joining me.